how you talk to yourself affects the way you view yourself and your own self-worth more than you think. So it's important to keep it positive. What's up YouTube? I'm Marissa Roxas. I'm a filmmaker from San Diego, California. I make videos about my experiences as a Filipino queer female living her life in her 20s. And in this month of October, I've committed to making a video every other day about a self-love or self-care practice. And today we're talking about positive self-talk. So I've been going through a healing process / transition in my life for the past 3 months. And I have really come to realize that the way that you talk to yourself really affects not only the way that you view yourself and your own self-worth and the value that you bring every day to the people in your life and to your job and whatever else that you're involved in, but also just affects the way that you go about every day and your overall mindset and attitude about life. In that first month of my healing process is very hard to believe that I was worthy of certain things. I didn't think I would get emotional thinking about that. I just was beating myself up over mistakes I had made in the past, and just thinking that because of those mistakes I no longer was worthy of a good life, or I wasn't a good person, or that I was a failure. Sorry. I shouldn't apologize. But I think in the midst of pain, it's so easy to kind of just be overcome by negative thoughts and to just see yourself in a negative light, especially when things just don't play out as you thought they would. So I have had to learn that in those moments of darkness, in those moments of negative thoughts, you have to learn how to get yourself out of it, and the biggest way is to talk yourself out of it, or so to speak, talk yourself off the ledge and plummeting into the abyss of negativity and darkness in your mind. So the first, I wouldn't say the first thing, I think they all just came in time until I realized what I was doing. So at least lately I've consciously started to do morning affirmations. So actually look at myself in the mirror, usually in my car, the pull down mirror above the steering wheel, and just reciting certain affirmations. Some of them being, I am strong, I am worthy, I am resilient, I am love. Because if you go, again, do a basic Google search, watch any YouTube video on affirmations, what you say to yourself, what you affirm to yourself, you are, and you attract what you are. So if you say I am love, you're going to attract love into your life. If you say I am strong, you're going to attract strength in your life, and you're going to view yourself as a strong person. So that's the first way I've learned, and I think affirmations is kind of a more straightforward way to, again, reaffirm positive things about yourself. And I think the tricky thing is that you say these things, and at first you're really not going to believe them, especially when you're in a trying time. You're not going to believe certain things about yourself. You're not going to believe you're worthy. You're not going to believe that you're strong, especially when you feel so weak, or that you have the illusion of weakness. But slowly but surely, as you get through every day, you realize, whoa, I really am strong. And when you say those affirmations, it will suddenly become just a reaffirming of the fact that you are so freaking strong. So yeah, first positive self-talk practice is affirmations. The next one, it's not quite so obvious, and it may sound a little weird if you have never done it before. So in this healing process, I've had many times where I'm crying and it just feels like the tears won't stop, or I'm just always gonna feel so sad. And in those moments, I found that I had to be my own best friend, and I started off just telling myself, I know, I would verbally out loud say, I know, Marissa, I know this hurts, I know this is painful. Because I think sometimes when you're sad and life just sucks, right? I think when we confess that to our friends, we kind of just want them to validate the fact that, yeah, it's okay that we're hurting, it's okay that you're sad, like, and to be able to do that for yourself is so powerful, because, like, you know, we spend all of our time with ourselves, and to be able to be our own best friends in those moments is so powerful. You know, so yeah, it started off just like with me just validating my own pain and my own sadness, like just telling myself, like, I know this hurts, and it's okay, like you're gonna get through this, like, cry all you want, cry it all out. And eventually it evolved from I know, and it's okay, to Marissa, you're so strong, like, you're gonna make it through this, it's okay if you're crying right now, like, just because today is hard doesn't mean that tomorrow isn't gonna be better. And just allowing myself to be vulnerable, and just like knowing that I should not be ashamed that, you know, whether it was a month after, you know, a month into the process, or, you know, even now 3 months in the process, it's okay that I still have these moments of just utter sadness, you know. And again, just knowing how to be my own best friend and like comfort myself and let myself know that it's okay to feel this way, and it's okay to cry, and it's okay to feel weak, but to really understand that to allow myself to feel such intense and painful emotions is the strongest thing you can do as a human, because it's scary. There's a lot of feelings, and there's a lot of emotions, and a lot of thoughts that are very scary to face. But the only way to overcome those thoughts and those emotions is to face them and process them and understand why we need to feel them, and to eventually learn how to redirect those emotions and those thoughts into something positive, or reframe it into a more positive light. And I'm saying all this, and it takes practice. As I said from the beginning, I had no idea how to handle it. I would just feel so helpless in those moments of just utter sadness. You know, I would be sobbing, and I just like did not know how to stop. But eventually you find yourself like having more compassion for yourself, and finding yourself that every single day, like, you are that much stronger, and understanding that, okay, for this season of my life, I'm gonna be crying a little bit more than usual, but understanding that it's part of the process. Going back to positive self-talk, again, the way you talk to yourself affects you more than you realize. So if you're talking to yourself negatively, the more likely you're gonna be perpetuating negative thoughts and negative feelings, not only out into the world, but about yourself. But the more positive you get, the more positively you talk to yourself, the more positively you'll view yourself and your, you know, the world around you, and even your situation, no matter how hard it is. And again, it takes practice, and it honestly sometimes really just takes time for you to view your situation and understand that, yes, it's painful, but throughout all of it, you're becoming a stronger, better person. Or at least I hope you allow these tough times to make you a stronger, better person, rather than a bitter, just disappointed person. Because I hope you know that you're worthy of a good life and good things. And I think the real work is allowing yourself to really, truly believe that to your core, that you're worthy of love, and that you're worthy of good things, and you're worthy of positive outcomes and positive situations and people that support you. Like, you're worthy of all of that, no matter what you've gone through or the mistakes you've made, as long as you make it a point to show up every day and be as positive as you can, and to affect other people's lives, you know, in a good way. And that starts with your own. You have so much power, and like, I've definitely learned that about myself, is that I have more power than I think over, like, obviously my thoughts, my emotions, but also just how I react to certain things and how I view certain things in my life. And there's so much power in that. And I hope you find it for yourself. Whew, that was a long-winded one. I'm sorry if it didn't completely make sense. But anyways, that's all I had for you guys today. Once again, I'm Marissa Roxas. I'm a filmmaker from San Diego, California. Thank you for joining me along on this Self-Love Vlogtober. I won't see you tomorrow, but I'll see you the next day. Until then, stay strong and take care.